Labguy here. This is part 2 of the trichrome photography series. Hopefully it's the last episode too. I kind of distracted myself and went down a rabbit hole on this thing, but I became curious as to how well the color photo would look taken with the Sony AVC-3400 camera. So today we're going to see how that turned out. It was not as good as I'd hoped, but better than it could have been. So I'll show you how that's done and leave it to you to experiment on your own with whatever hardware you have. So let's very quickly go through the hardware that's involved. The first item you're going to need, of course, is a black and white television camera of some sort. I'm currently using one of my Sony AVC-3400s. This is a black and white Vidicon camera that was made in 1969 by Sony and was the companion to a portable video tape recorder, the model AV-3400. The next thing you need is a camera adapter capable of operating the particular black and white camera that you have. What you're looking at here is my video power supply VPS5, which I have modified for operating the Sony 3400 and 3450 video cameras. The modification consisted of adding on the right side there a vertical sync input and a horizontal sync input, and internally one of my level shifter circuits to invert the horizontal sync pulse and to set it to the correct voltage level to operate the camera. The next item you need is a television sync generator. In this case, it's a Sigma CSG 160, of which I'm using horizontal drive and vertical drive. To capture the output from the camera adapter, I'm using the Pinnacle Dazzle DVC-100 video capture device. You can find all kinds of standard definition capture devices on eBay and Amazon, and they all plug into the USB port on your computer. Once the AVC-3400 and the Dazzle DVC-100 video capture are set up, I switch over to my computer where I run Corel Video Editor in the capture mode. And we're in the capture video menu at the moment, and the camera is operating. Lens cap. Okay, we adjust the exposure of the camera. I want to get that flare out of the background there, but okay. So there's Spud and Felix, and I'm going to adjust the exposure kind of high because these color filters really cut the light. So the first thing we're going to do is start capturing video. I'm saving it into my Canon camcorder captures webcam folder, and the series is called trichrome, and the next one will be trichrome 006, I hope. So here we go. We start the capture. We are now recording. So the first thing we do is put the red filter in front of the camera, in front of the camera lens, and we record a few seconds. Then we place the green filter and we record a few seconds. Then we do the same with the blue filter, and we can see the filter changes in that video, and then we say stop capture. Now that we have a video capture, we go to the video capture folder and we find the most recent file called trichrome, which is trichrome 6, and we open it in VLC. This is the video we just captured. There's the red filter, and we stop. Now, you can do screen captures from here, and I'm going to do that, and it will go into a folder called Canon Camcorder VLC Screen Captures. Alright, so we go to video, that's our red frame by the way, and we say take snapshot. And it will save that snapshot right there in our new folder. Okay, so we hit play again, and we wait till we see the filter change to green. Right here, there's our green filter, and we stop. And we say video, take snapshot, and boom, we have another snapshot. So we have a red frame and a green frame. Alright, we go back to VLC and we continue to play. We wait for the blue filter. There's the blue filter, and we stop. And we say video, take snapshot. And we now have a red, green, and a blue frame. And they're VLC Snap 4, 5, and 6. Alright, we're done with VLC. I'm going to close it. Okay, this is just my screen capture folder for VLC. So I want to grab these three and take them to my trichrome project folder. So we're going to cut and we're going to paste them into this trichrome photography folder. I know this is very convoluted. Now they're in one place. These three files are the ones. We don't need this folder. We don't need that folder. We don't need the video editor. We drop the video editor. Our next program is Paintshop. Now we have a red, green, and a blue frame that we can load into Paintshop. Let's see how this turned out. Okay, they're now in the Paintshop, and here's a problem immediately, a problem with them. Let me maximize the screen here. These guys are in RGB. We need them to be 8-bit grayscale. There's the red frame. So we go up into image, grayscale. Now this is an 8-bit image. The green frame is still 24 bits. We go up here, grayscale. It's now an 8-bit image. The same with the blue. Okay, we've now made them into 3 images which are 8 bits. Their resolution is 720 by 540. There's 720 pixels by 540 lines, and they are 8 bits. So now we go to image, combine channel, combine RGB. Boom. So VLC Snap number 4, this one is our red channel source. The next is the green channel source, which is number 5, and then number 6 is the blue channel. And when we say OK, we get a color picture that's really bad. So we now have a really bad color picture. What can we do about that? Well, first, let's look at the histograms of these pictures. There we go. A histogram counts all of the values. Okay, there are 256 values, and it counts the number that are 0, the number that are 1, and so on, all the way up. And it shows our relative contrast scale. So our contrast here is fairly good for the red frame. We're going to leave it because if you'll note, our color picture is very red. So let me get this out of the way here. Going to our green frame, you can see that our contrast is down at the bottom end. It's dark, and the top end of the picture, the whitest things in the picture, are pretty much ending at a value of 128, 50%. So we need to brighten this up. The blue frame is in a similar state. Now fortunately we have a tool that will do that for us, and it's called a histogram equalize. So you go to Adjust, Brightness and Contrast, Histogram Equalize, which is Shift E on our keyboard, our hotkey. So I've just histogram equalized the red frame. Now we're going to do the same to the green frame and the same to the blue frame. Now you'll note right away that our histogram has become a bunch of discrete values and our pictures look like hell. They may not look as bad to you. They're very grainy and the JPEG artifacts have become highly enhanced. So we're going to go in and do one more step to each of these frames. We go to Adjust, Digital Noise Removal for the red frame, and we say OK. And that takes out the digital noise. All this graininess goes away. Adjust, Digital Noise Removal. This is our green frame, and we remove it. And then we do the same to the blue frame. Now, close our histogram here. Notice that our histogram is now filled in again. Okay, we'll close our histogram. This was our original color picture of the raw data. So we've done two steps to these. We've done a histogram equalize to equalize our contrast in all three frames, red, green, and blue. And then we went through and did a noise reduction. So let's combine them again. Combine 4, 5, and 6 and say OK. And we now have a relatively reasonable looking color image. So I hope that was confusing enough for you. That is the Reader's Digest thumbnail sketch of how Labguy takes live video from a black and white camera, gets it into his computer, extracts a red, a green, and a blue frame from it, and combines them together to produce a reasonably good color image. Now, that you've seen the process, I want you to try this out. If you're lucky enough to have a black and white webcam, that will save you a lot of trouble doing the screen captures. But however you can hook your black and white camera into your computer's screen capture, that is how you need to do it. And then use Paintshop or Photoshop or an equivalent program to combine red, green, and blue channels together and see how it comes out. If you have great success, let me know. Send a picture to me and I'll mention it in one of my upcoming videos. So at any rate, that is how I make RGB trichrome pictures. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers. I hope this channel's crazy enough to keep your interest. Sorry for the disjointed and the madman methods that I use. I have to work with what I was given. And greetings to all the current subscribers. You guys rock. If you liked the video, you know what to do. And until next time, Labguy out.